Hi, everyone. When discussing topics like abortion, I think it's important that we all do our part and research what it, not even exactly what it means, what exactly it entails. I think a lot of us have the tendency to speak out of ignorance, and that's not a negative way. It's just we haven't done our full research on the subject. Even when it's presented to us in media, it just seems like, sometimes it's negative and sometimes it's not positive, but it's more so a necessity to what it means to be, you know, in a position that you want to get yourself out of. So, which is why the term pro-choice comes into play, because at the end of the day, it is a woman's choice. I'm pro-choice. I have friends that have gotten abortions before, and you know, I think the biggest thing is whether or not they'll regret it in the future when I take into account what it really means to be pro-choice. So just even seeing the different methods in this article talking about medication and procedural abortion, I don't think I really researched the differences. I knew you could either do a pill or it was a medical procedure that you can do to actually abort the baby, but I wasn't really aware up until I saw the video and read the article on what exactly that would become, or what exactly that would be when you go into the doctor's office. I also didn't know that I think it was called crisis pregnancy centers that existed that women go to in order to seek the abortion, but they end up getting counseling on behalf of that. I feel like that's very problematic. I feel like not only is that tricking and guilting women into staying in pregnancies they've already made their decision that they don't want to keep and they want to terminate. I'm surprised that the government is even funding programs like this, but you know, once you're Democrat and Republican, it's liberal and it's conservative. So I'm sure conservatives are putting their money into these programs, expecting people to engage in them and keep babies that they didn't really want to, but now they've been guilted into it. Um, I was also looking up the methods to actually doing the abortion. So pills take 10 to 11 weeks. The suction aspiration abortion is 14 to 16 weeks and it lasts about 10 minutes. And the pain is numb for you. So that also comes into play when abortion is negative. It seems scary. It seems like something that you should fear and that's going to hurt you. That's the way that conservatives paint it. So I guess that's kind of what I believed. I didn't even know it was a pain numbing procedure. Um, and then the last is the dilation and evacuation procedure, and that comes after the 14 to 16 weeks. And it uses the same suction, but it also uses other tools to ensure that the pregnancy is being successfully terminated. When I looked up, is abortion safe? It was a quote. According to the best medical evidence available, abortion is safer than getting a dental procedure or a cosmetic surgery and much safer than childbirth. According to that evidence, in the US, a woman is about 15 to 25 times more likely to die in childbirth than she is during an abortion. And that is because my mother is a labor and delivery nurse. So I've always been taught that a woman is closest to death when she is giving birth to a child, because her body is being shocked and jolted into different ways in order to deliver that child. So, if I'm not ready for a baby, those things may be scary to me. not being financially secure, or, sometimes female students end up pregnant and then they get scared they won't be able to finish school, whether it's high school or college or middle school even. And also, women might do it because they don't want any more kids. They already have enough kids and they feel like if they add on another, it'll just add to the stress. The stress of being a mom is something that you can't identify with until you are one. So I also believe that they have the right to make the decision on if they want to keep or terminate the pregnancy. The only thing that I would say I would be cautious about is the number of abortions you receive. Although it is pro-choice, and even the prochoice.org site said it was safe to get however many because it's safer than childbirth, I do believe that abortions can mess up your what word am I looking for? They can mess up your delivery system by altering your uterus, and now you aren't able to produce children anymore. So that would be a problem. But I am pro-choice. I do believe women should be able to decide if they want to keep or terminate their pregnancy. It's her choice at the end of the day. She's going to have to live with the decision. Even if she gives the child up for adoption or she chooses to keep the child, that will be the woman's decision at the end of the day. So I am pro-choice.